Hi everyone, welcome to Rika's podcast. This is a podcast where I talk about whatever that pops into my head in English and Japanese, bilingual mode. So grab yourself a cup of tea, coffee, hot coffee, or whatever you want and just kick back and listen. 皆さん、今日もRika'sポッドキャストへお越しいただきありがとうございます。このポッドキャストでは私リカが英語と日本語を行ったり来たりしながら日々の思いなどを台本なしでまったりとお話ししています。お好きなお飲み物でも召し上がりながらぜひ聞いてください。In today's episode, this is a special edition. I've actually invited one of my dear students. She's a high school girl. Her name is Rina on the show, and then we just talk about studying English and all that. So I really hope that you enjoy our conversation. Right then, here we go. Okay, hi Rina. Thank you for coming today.
Hi, thanks so much.
Yeah, it's great to have you on my podcast. Yes. Are you nervous?
Yes, a little.
A little? Only a little. That's fine, I think. Yes. Okay, I guess you're here for the first time, and then maybe you can talk a little bit about yourself.
Yes.
Yes, okay, go ahead.
Hi, I am Rina. I'm a high school student. I belong to the Blast Wedding Club, and I have played the trumpet for 10 years.
10 years? Wow, that's a long time. You must be a pro. Okay. That's all?
Yeah, I have been looking forward to talking with you
Oh,
in
that's
podcast.
Yeah, that's very nice. So Rina has been in my class for about a half a year. I guess that's about it, right? About 6 months. I guess you joined at the end of July, was it? Yes. How did you find my class?
Other student pronunciation were so good, and I was impressed, and I wanted to become like them.
Okay. So you asked them where they study English. And then you asked them where they study English? That's it? Okay, well, I'm glad you found me. And we meet once a week on Thursday night. Yes. All the high school girls in the class. And then I think you and the other classmates all love English. So, which is really wonderful. I really look forward to your lesson every week. So, Okay. So you play the trumpet, no, saxophone, trumpet. Okay. Trumpet. Okay. Well, 10 years, that must be a long time. Wow. You enjoy that?
Yes.
You do? Wow. Okay. That's very good. Okay. So you have been in my class for about 6 months now, but how long have you been studying English in your life?
I have been studying English for 4 or 5 years. I started studying English when I was a junior high school student.
Just like anybody else. Yeah, everybody starts studying English in junior high. Okay.
And as I was an elementary school student, my sister, my old sister, and my mom always practiced pronunciation from January to December.
Okay.
Yeah, and I always mimicked them.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, so only the months from January to December? Or did you also like practice English with your family back then?
Yeah.
You did. So your mom and your sister also like English.
yeah, my mother is an English teacher, so yeah, I sometimes have a brief conversation in English.
Oh, with your mom?
Yeah.
Very lucky. Yeah, that's such a nice environment that you have. Yeah, so you have like a private English teacher in your house. And then your sister is also into English. Wow, that's like such a perfect environment, I think. Okay, so I can understand that your love for English. Yes, but what do you like most about studying English or learning English?
After learning something about English, it's fun for me to actually use what I've learned. For example, I try to speak English with I try to talk with my LT teacher
Right.
school, and yeah, I can learn a lot of things. For example, how to pronounce English, or the best way to explain the
things. Yeah. I guess like that's a very exciting thing when you can use the words or expressions from the lesson, and then you can actually use them in your, conversation or dialogue with your native speakers. Yeah, that you have. That's really cool. Okay. I really feel the same way. I remember when I was learning, well, I'm still learning too, but yeah, I learned. And then if you don't get to use the words and expressions, you never learn. That's not yours just yet. So you have to kind of try to use them in the conversation to get better. Yes. Okay. Okay. So what do you think is the difficult thing about learning English?
It takes me a large amount of time to pay off my effort. Actually, I have not been good at listening to
Really?
English.
I think so. I don't think so. I think you're pretty perfect every time. Okay.
And so I do shadowing to improve my listening skills. But thanks to this English conversation lessons, I'm getting to hear a lot of English. So yeah.
I mean, like you were already very good English speaker when you joined the class, but I can still can see your improvements every time I see you on Thursday night. And then we do pretty intense listening practice in class, and then I have my students, including you, do lots of shadowing when you're not in class. And then I think shadowing is pretty hard. You need a lot of concentration, and then just have to kind of like really focus on what you're saying and listening and all that. But I believe that shadowing actually is the best way to improve your pronunciation, also like everything actually. Yes. So I do agree. Yeah, and it takes time. But I'm really surprised that you don't think you're very good at listening. I feel that, huh? Yeah. Okay. On that note, actually, I got one question for you. One student, actually, she's also my student, and she wanted to ask you if you have any favorite English speakers. It can be Japanese or native speaker. Do you have anybody?
Last year, Otani Shohei's interpreter.
Oh yes,
was impressive. Yeah. Yeah, it was cool. That, and when I see when I see him on TV, and I feel motivated.
Yeah, he's really talented, I think. I can't remember his name right off the bat. Do you remember his name? Ippei san だよね、多分ね。Yes, yeah. I think it's really encouraging to see, Japanese people speaking fluent English. I think that's really motivating for us to see. Yes. Yeah, that's really nice. Okay, good. Very good, very good. Okay, do you also have you said that you sometimes talk to your ALT teachers at school, and then you often talk to your mom in English at home? Do you do that very often or sometimes?
Sometimes.
Not like every day?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So other than that, do you have any other opportunities to talk in English outside of class in school?
Yeah. In my class, I have opportunity to talk in English so many times. Every Friday, my ALT teacher teaches us, and
do you that's outside of class, yes? Is that in class?
In class.
Oh, Friday. Okay. So ALT teachers teaches the class there. Okay.
And these days, the other day, and she came to me, and I had a conversation with her. And before starting this lesson, I couldn't speak. I couldn't talk with her well because I didn't have confidence. But thanks to these lessons, I can speak well without hesitation.
Yeah, so you really felt your improvement of your English, I think. But you've only taken my lessons for 6 months, and that's a great improvement when you think about it. I think building up the confidence, I guess, is the most important thing. If you're not confident enough, and then you might be afraid of making mistakes, or you might not talk loud enough. Yes, and then sometimes the conversation doesn't go the way you want it to be. Yeah, but I think after. Yeah, well, thank you very much. I think this is a very good advertisement for my English class. But I can totally see that you really enjoy the lesson. I mean, as well as just talking in English, I think you really have fun with it. So, yeah, you're always really cheerful, and it's such a nice time for me to see you like that. And then I can feel that you really enjoy talking in English, and then I do as well. So yeah, so I'm really glad that you could see your difference, in before taking my lesson, and then afterwards there's this much change. There's so much confidence that you have been able to build up. And yeah, これコマーシャルに使えるなって。Yeah, I'm really happy that you feel that way. And I think your classmates, also feel that way as well. I think they get along really well. And then mostly in class, we only talk in English. And then I think they also enjoy talking English. And then I'm always impressed by how well you all speak English. 本当に。Yeah, it's always impressive. Okay. So, I mean, you must be so busy studying for school, but not only English, but you have more other subjects to study. But anyways, how do you usually study English? Not only for school, but for conversational English, or do you do anything that you do especially for studying conversational English, or not for school, but for your English skill? How do you study English?
Actually, I learn only this conversation lesson.
Oh, really? Wow. So you don't really do anything else?
Yeah, but I make it a rule to memorize a lot of words.
Okay, new words. How do you memorize them?
I recite the example sentences and use what I memorize.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, so you do that every day, memorizing vocabulary. Yeah, I think as you said, like in a sentence, in example sentence, it has to be in sentences, not just word. If you just memorize the word itself, and you cannot really utilize that in the conversation. So memorizing as sentences, I think that's a very good point. So you just read it out loud many times. Okay, because I think everybody has their own way to memorize words. Some people like to write down many times on a notebook, and some people like to listen. Some people like to say it out loud. That's what I do as well. So, okay. So yeah, because I usually give you and your classmates a large amount of homework, I think. mostly shadowing, and then also reading an article. And I think reading an article also helps your reading skill and improve your speaking. I mean, when you want to express your opinions, I think that's really important when it comes to interviews for Aiken or things like that as well. Well, speaking of Aiken, you just tried your first pre-first level of Aiken last weekend, was it? Yeah. Okay. And what do you think? How did you do on that?
Yeah, it was so difficult because the words was so more difficult than I had expected, and so it was too difficult to memorize. And as a result, I could answer the right answer. Answer. But I couldn't pass the test.
But you don't know the result yet, do you?
Yeah.
You don't know it yet. Yeah, so you don't know until you get the results. So yeah, I guess like you need maybe 70%. Yeah. For Aiken pre-first, but I think pre-first level, I think I said that last week, but it's pretty difficult to pass. So yeah, the vocabulary I think is the key. Yes, for you. For everyone who takes pre-first. Yes, that level. Okay. But if you might, I mean, like, you don't know, you might pass, right? And then if you pass, then you would have to get ready for the second part of the test, which is the interview test, right? Yes. Okay. So really hope that you passed, and then maybe not, and then that's no problem. You can just study for the next test in June. That's it. Yeah. Okay. What else? Okay. So what was I going to ask you? Do you have any questions for me?
Why are you interested in English?
Oh, that's a good question. Why am I interested in English? Just like you, I started studying English when I was in junior high, just like anybody else. And then my mother was not an English teacher, so but I just really liked the sound of English when I started learning English, and I thought, wow, that sounds so cool. And then I just wanted to speak that cool language. And then, like you, I think I was interested in listening to English conversation. And my teacher was Japanese teacher, but I think he was the first person for me to study from in English classes. And then he spoke beautiful English. And I was like, wow, I want to be like him. So I guess that was when I got interested in studying English. So and many years later English, so I'm very happy to be surrounded by all these people who love English too, so which is always fun to study with them. Anything else? 言ってなかったもんね、こっちに質問してってI'm putting you on the spot.
Actually, I have, when I was a junior high school student, I had a chance to correspond with an American junior high school student through letters.
Oh, okay. You mean like letters? Snail mail letters or emails?
Letters, writing.
Snail mail. Yeah. 無理の手紙って言うんだけど。Yeah, because email is very fast. So, but you were writing letters.
Yes.
Oh, okay. Handwritten letters. Okay.
And I hear you had such experience.
Oh, yes. Yeah, when I was in junior high. Wow, you remember my podcast.
Yes.
Thank you for being my listener. What I said in the podcast. Sometimes I don't remember what I said, and then my students remember. So it's always impressive. Oh, okay. So you still have a pen pal?
No.
Oh, not anymore. But you did. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. So that's what I did in junior high. And at that time, we didn't really have smartphones. The internet wasn't the thing back then, but I was so interested in cultures in other countries. And then there was this club activity. Yes, like I said in the podcast. And then, I did, have quite a lot of pen pals actually. Not only one, but maybe like 10 at the most. But I think one of my great pen pal that I corresponded letters for, I don't know how many years. 3 years or so. Yes. But that was really exciting to find a letter, airmail in my mailbox. So 2 weeks later or a month later. So I can really feel that we are connected. Yes. So right now you can send email without any problem. It goes instantly. But back then we had to wait for, kind of look forward to the letters that comes. And so I think that was such a precious moment for me. And then I still remember the excitement. So I think email is great. It's great, it's cheap and fast, but I sometimes miss that kind of a special feeling that I felt back then. And I couldn't write so well when I was in junior high. My English wasn't as good as your English when I was in high school and then junior high. So I had to copy whatever the book said. And it was really frustrating for me to do that because I wanted to tell her the way I wanted to tell her. But so that was my level of English back then. But so I think by learning English, you can truly communicate with the people you want to communicate with from heart to heart. So, which is a great feeling. Okay, so do you have a dream in the future? What you want to do? Do you know?
I want to be an interpreter like you.
I think you will be better. Okay. Why do you want to be an interpreter? Because you like English and people.
Yes, of course. I love English, so I want actually I have a confidence to speak English in front of listeners. So in the future, I want to improve my listening skills and English skills. And I travel all over the world as an interpreter.
That would be really cool. Really cool. Yes, I think I can see you working as an interpreter in the future already. I had this, of course, like when I was back in high school, I kind of had this really vague dream about becoming an interpreter because I thought that was such a cool job. Yeah, and then, I became one, and I am actually an interpreter / English teacher right now, and I'm very happy that I was able to realize that dream. And I think it's a fascinating job. It's really exciting to kind of like become a bridge between people. But I really felt that studying English is, of course, important, no doubt about that. But of course, studying Japanese was actually more important for me, to become an interpreter. And in Japanese, I was not interested in studying Japanese when I was young. So when it comes to technical words like 専門英語, I was just, I didn't know much of anything in Japanese even. So it was very hard. So I guess like the balance between studying English and Japanese, also English, focusing on Japanese, is very important. So I think reading the newspaper every day is a good idea. Do you read the newspaper?
No.
I didn't read any newspapers when I was younger, and but you just have to have some kind of like a background information. And but for now, I think you're high school students, so I guess you can focus on English for now, and then maybe a little bit later you can really expose yourself to some like a really like a current issues in Japanese as well as in English too. So the balance is very important. Yes. But becoming an interpreter, that's a very good dream, and it's really challenging, but I'm sure that you will be able to realize that dream with your passion for English. 素晴らしい。で、今高校2年生でしょ? That you're going to be the third year in high school pretty soon, in a few months. How do you feel about that? Not looking forward to that, I guess. Not looking forward to it.
But I'm I have to prepare for an exam this year. But in order to become a nice English speaker, all I have to do is study English and enjoy learning English.
Yes. That's very true. That's a very good motivation. I mean, like at least your favorite subject, I'm sure, is English. So if you like that, I think it's not going to be as bad. You have never studied abroad, have you? Never studied abroad, no. Do you want to study abroad someday?
Yeah.
I think you were, like your school, you do like, was it school trip was overseas? Was supposed to be overseas?
Yeah.
違うのか. Not your school か. Okay. Yes, but maybe in the future when you're in university, you might wanna study abroad too.
Yes.
I'm sure that you can enjoy that. So how's your school life? ちょっと話がずれるけど. Like with the corona and pandemic and everything, I'm sure that you're not really able to enjoy the things that usually high schoolers enjoy.
Yes.
Has it been frustrating?
Yeah. I alternate between feeling happy or frustrated about
it goes up
my
and
school
down.
life.
Yeah.
Because our school life is restricted. And actually, this summer we were supposed to go to Australia.
Oh, so okay, you were going to go to Australia for studying, school trip, was it? Or study abroad program for a few weeks?
Yes.
Was it? Yeah. Okay. But that was not. It didn't happen.
Yeah. And of course, and also the alternative opportunity wasn't held.
So what was the alternative opportunity or plan B? So instead of going to Australia, that was cancelled. So what was the plan B? Domestic traveling?
Yes.
Within Kyushu?
Yes, in Fukuoka.
Okay, but that didn't happen.
Yes.
Oh no, that's a bummer. Yes. Okay. Yeah, so maybe maybe over a year, you're not be able to really enjoy the events like that. But you did have a school festival last year.
Yes.
That was good.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, it must be so frustrating for students. Yes, for everyone actually, but yeah, not being able to enjoy the school events like that. Yeah, it must be really tough. Okay, so I guess, yeah, we have talked quite a bit for about half an hour, I guess. 他に何か話しておきたいことありますか？緊張したね、結構ね。いや、こっちも緊張が移ってきた。リナちゃんの名前私言ったっけってさっきから思ってたね。言ったっけ私最初に。リナちゃんです。最初私飛ばしていってセルフイントロダクションした時にリナって言ったっけ自分の名前。
はい。
じゃあ大丈夫だ。Okay. Yeah, okay. So it's really nice having you in the podcast. So obviously you listen to my podcast every week. Thank you very much. And now you're on it. ね、それに出演しました。では今からちょっといじるとこないと思うけど、これからちょっと編集してアップロードして載せていくので、自分の声をぜひ聞いてください。Some of my students were on my podcast as guests, like you did today, but they were too afraid to listen to their voice. ね、とってもね、なかなか聞く勇気がありませんっておっしゃる生徒さんが多いんですけど、これはこれでね、すごく良い経験になったんじゃないかなと思います。Maybe you can come back and then talk to me again in the future podcast. Yes, maybe like 6 months later or something.
Yeah, I'd love to.
Yeah, that would be really nice. Yeah. Okay, very good. Well, thank you for your time. And I will be talking to you in the class on Thursday. 木曜日だね。はい。またじゃあ宿題をしっかりやっておいてください。
はい。
はい。今日はりなちゃんをお迎えして、ポッドキャスト録音しました。Alright then. Thank you.
Thank you.
Well, I really hope you've enjoyed listening to me talking with Rina. As we mentioned, she's taking my class on Zoom on Thursday night. There are 2 more high school students and they all love English. We're actually looking for new students in that class. If you're interested, if you're high school or university students and love English, or you know of anyone who might be interested, please visit my website and look for Apex Prep class. A free trial lesson is available, so please feel free to contact me. さて、リナさんとの対談はいかがでしたでしょうか？この高校生クラスは Zoom で今行っておりまして、Apex Prep というんですけれども、毎週木曜日の夜に開講しています。現在、リナさんを含めて3名の高校生が受講中です。英語が大好きな高校生、または大学生で興味のある方がいらっしゃいましたら、1回の無料見学も可能ですので、当教室 Rika's English Cafe のホームページを覗いていただければ幸いです。お気軽にお問い合わせください。Bye for now!